Hello, everyone. This is the test for theory number 7, and it's the test after lesson 35. So we are going to start with briefs. This will be your last test before the final. And you may want to jot this down so you know how many of each are in each section when you go to proofread your test. Make sure you've got every single word in that section so you're not missing anything. So you will have 44 briefs, 5 names and spellings, 5 numbers, 5 time figures, 5 dates, 31 sentences, and 1 Q&A. And I will go over some of the details of the Q&A after I dictate it to you. And I will give you all of the proper names that are on the test after the test is over. Okay, so we're going to start with briefs. All right, here we go. Ready? Number 1, record. The record was filed away. Number 2, change. What would you like to change about the class? Number 3, return. Did you return the item? Number 4, organize. Did you organize the closet? Number 5, proper. That is the proper way to do things. Proper. Number 6, direct. You may go direct. Or it is a direct connection. Number 7, whether. I don't know whether or not he can go. Number 8, percentage. It is based on the percentage rate. Number 9, regard. He has no regard for their opinion. Number 10, correction. I made a correction. Number 11, organization. What organization do you work for? Number 12, important. That is an important date. Number 13, therefore. He wanted to go, therefore, he put it on the calendar. Number 14, investigate. Did you investigate the situation? Number 15, connect. Connect the dots. Number 16, between. She sat between the parents. Number 17, circumstance. The circumstance made it hard for her to focus. Number 18, investigation. They are holding an investigation. Number 19, connection. They had a great connection. Number 20, surprise. We held a surprise party for her. 21, collection. That is her rock collection. 22%. The percent of people that attended was not recorded. 23, direction. What direction did you take? 24, request. We will request it off. 25, machine. The machine is broken. 26, property. That is her property. 27, report. Did you write the report? 28, arrange. Let's arrange to meet. 29, question. That is a great question. 30, government. Will the government get involved? 31, remit. Did you remit your payment? 32, forward. Let's move forward. 33, continue. Please continue on. 34, section. What section did you sit in? 35, shipment. The shipment went out yesterday. 36, afternoon. We spent the afternoon at the beach. 37, importance. We expressed the importance of the situation. 38, inquire. I will inquire about the job. 39, idea. That is a great idea. 40, again. Let's go there again. 41, statement. She gave a statement. 42, merchandise. The merchandise is on sale. 43, collect. Did you collect the notes? 44, against. They went against the other team. All right, moving right into names and spellings. So you're writing the name phonetically. And if it's not spelled, I will give you the spelling after the test is over. But if it's in the spelling, if part of that name is spelled out for you, then you will have to read your notes and go back in the edit mode and change it to the correct spelling, okay? All right, here we go. And that will be for the same when you get into speeds. You have a speed test and let's say you have a witness that says, hi, my name is Carey, C-A-R-E-Y. That would not be given in the word list because it's spelled out for you. Okay, so it's up to you to make sure you get those spellings on your machine by stitching. All right, here we go. Ready? Number 1. Kathy, D, and that's D as in dog, Brummett, comma, BRUMMET, Okay, number 2. Mr. Don Dressel, comma, D, and that's D as in dog, R E S S E L. Number 3. Mark Hat, comma, HAAT. That's a tricky one. Never assume that you know the spelling of a word or a name. Okay, number 4. Dr. Frank E. Katz, comma, K A T Z. Okay, number 5. Ms. Lisa Line, comma, LIEN. All right. So that's it for names and spellings. Now we're going to move on to numbers. Let's just back up on the names and spellings. I'm just going to give you a little reminder. Anytime you have names and spellings on a test, when you're in the edit mode, if there is a middle initial, you always want to have a period after the middle initial. And right before they stitch, right before you start stitching, you want to have a comma. So if I were to say Joe D. Baker, you're going to, obviously, it's going to be the first letter and that proper name is going to be uppercase, the rest lowercase, and D period, and then Baker, and then you're going to have a comma, and then it will be stitched out. Okay, we've gone over this before, but just want to make sure you don't forget that. And when you stitch, the first letter is going to be uppercase, the rest are lowercase. Okay. All right, let's move on to numbers. First number is 265,408.36. Okay. Number 2, $53,006.07. Number 3, $7,800. Now don't forget what you learned with money. If it's $7,800, there's no comma. If I were to say $7,800, you would have a comma. Okay, so $7,800, right? Number 4. And if I don't say dollars, then you don't put your dollar sign. The only time you have a dollar sign is if I say dollars. But you'll have your final DZ, and that's how you know. Okay, so number 4. 6,670,284. Okay, number 5, last one. $40 million. And again, don't forget, anything with million or billion, we don't put all the zeros on. We just spell it out. Million, M-I-L-L-I-O-N. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, obviously you use the number, use numbers for the number, but million and billion are spelled out. Unless obviously you have cents, but when it's, it's just the number without any cents, you're going to spell it out. So $40 million. All right, we're moving on to time frames. Okay, number 1. 4:42 p.m. And AM and PM are always lowercase. Period after P period, M period, A period, M period. All right, our next one is going to be 12:01 a.m. Okay, number 3, 5 o'clock. No clock is spelled out, but it's lowercase. Number 4, 10 p.m. And number 5, 7 a.m. Okay, moving right on to dates. I will tell you if they're ordinals, just so I know that you've heard the ordinal, okay? I don't want to take a chance on somebody missing it because they didn't hear it. So the first one is an ordinal. Okay, so it's February 15th, comma, 2009. Okay, number 2, May 1st, comma, 1998. Number 3, November 8, comma, 2020. So the third one is not an ordinal. And I don't think I told you on number 2, it is an ordinal. May 1st. That is an ordinal. Okay, number 3 is not. November 8, 2020. Number 4 will be an ordinal. April 3rd, 1895. And the last one is going to be an ordinal. August 22nd, 2016. All right, moving right into sentences. Here we go. Again, if there's any proper names, I'll give it to you after the test. Number 1, the directions are quite complex. Period. Number 2, the film was ruined because the flash bulb didn't go off. Period. Make sure you look up all of your compound nouns to see if they're one word or two words. All right, number 3. Did you question the assessment in Iraq? Number 4. As he shut his eyes to sleep, his head sank down to his chest. Period. Number 5. Are you positive you ordered enough merchandise in Iraq? Number 6. Emphasize the link to Hank. period. Number 7. It was just a light drizzle, comma, but the clouds looked dismal, comma, so the couple canceled their picnic. Period. All right, number 8. Some people really baffle me. Period. Number 9. Arrange the papers in the proper order. Period. Number 10. We will fax you a copy of the invoice first thing tomorrow morning. Period. Number 11. Our production is now sufficient. Period. Number 12. The frugal shopper haggled over the price of the candles. Period. Number 13. Todd pulled a flask from his left pocket and took a quick drink. Period. Number 14. Will the reports be recorded today? In Iraq. Number 15. Every home needs protection against fire and theft. Period. Number 16. That movie had too much sex and violence for my taste. Period. Number 17. The shuttle bus is running 15 minutes late today. Period. Number 18. Does your new camera have a zoom lens? In Iraq. Number 19. The property is priced for quick sale. Period. Number 20. Terry's request was denied. Period. Number 21. He finished in a fraction of the time it usually takes to complete the task. Period. $22. What is the next attraction? Interrog. 23. She will install a new shelf in the pantry tomorrow. Period. 24. The puzzle is designed for children, comma, but I haven't been able to solve it, comma, and I have been working on it half the day. Period. 25. We prefer the middle section. Period. 26. I will meet the bunch for lunch at 11:30. Period. 27. He was numb from the cold as he sat on the porch. Period. $28. It was a do it yourself project. Period. Now, if you know that that is an adjective, do it yourself, because it's describing project, you can use your hyphens, initial H, final F, and then you don't have to do that in the edit mode. But if you're, if, obviously if you didn't realize it, it's okay when you go back into back into proofread your test and edit it, that's when you would add your hyphens, okay? Because do it yourself is describing the project. So you're going to want to hyphenate do it yourself. Okay. All right. 29. Dust is under most of the beds. Period. 30. He has a ruddy complexion. Period. And if you're not sure what ruddy means, you have to look it up. Okay, you're going to get used to looking up words just to make sure that you've written the correct word, and to look up spellings and so forth. All right, last one, 31. Is his story fact or fiction? Interrog. Okay, we're going to move right into the Q&A. Now, when you go to transcribe this, I want you to have this Q&A on its own separate new sheet of paper. Okay, so I don't want you to have it separate as far as like in a different file, but just make sure that you start this at the very top of a new page, basically. So you want your Q&A to be on its own page at the end of the test, right after the last sentence, but just go down and make sure that you start this on a brand new page, okay? All right, so I'm going to give you plaintiff and defense, their names. So you're going to write that down. Never assume that you know a spelling, no matter, how easy it seems. You never know. Okay, so let's go ahead and I will give you the plaintiff attorney. So you're going to write this down. Plaintiff attorney, SNU, is Mr. Fry, F-R-Y. Defense attorney, if Pelt, is Mr. Bell, B as in boy, E-L-L, like ring a bell. All right. Now, this is going to start with the court. Okay. So the court is going to start. Here we go. Ready? You may proceed at this time, Mr. Fry. All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, you testified yesterday that you placed both defendants under arrest. Is that right? Yes, I did. After you placed them under arrest, did you fingerprint them? Yes, sir. Your Honor, may we ask that the witness be asked to speak up a little bit. We are having a difficult time hearing him. Mr. Johnson, please keep your voice up so that the court reporter the jury and all counsel are able to hear you. Okay, Your Honor. Continue, Mr. Fry. Okay. Have you ever seen this chart before? Yes, I have. Will you tell us what that is? That is a fingerprint form for Carl Brown. Who took those prints? I did. All right. Are those the same prints that you sent down to the lab for checking? Yes, sir. All right. And that's it. Now, let's go over the Q&A. There is a part where the plaintiff attorney is talking to the court, but then goes right into the questioning. So you probably don't have that. Once he starts the question, you probably don't have that as a cue, which is okay. As long as you have it identified as SNU, which tells you it's plaintiff attorney. So just remember, like we've talked about in the past, if the attorney is speaking to the court, you're going to identify him as Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so. But then once they go into the questioning, you have to go to the next line, and that is the byline, by Mr. Fry, and then you have your question. Okay, so don't forget that. All right, so you may not have that in your notes, and that happens a lot. Just like this, where the attorney might be speaking to the court saying, thank you very much, and then goes right into the questioning. So when did the accident happen? And it's okay, as long as you have that it's SNU that's talking, that's all you need to have. And then when you're in the edit mode, you would, give yourself a byline once they start questioning the witness, okay? And I'm sure you realize that defense jumped in, so you're just going to identify him as Mr. Bell, and then when the witness answers him, it's going to be the witness because he's not speaking to the questioning attorney. And the same with the court. When the court asks the witness to speak up, or if he has a question for him, you're going to identify the witness as the witness, all caps. Okay. All right, so let me give you your word list. So on this test, you have Kathy. It's in the names and spellings, and it's not spelled out for you, so I'm giving that to you. Capital Kathy, Don, capital Don, Mark, capital Mark, Frank, capital Frank, Lisa, capital Lisa, Hank, capital Hank, Todd, capital Todd, Terry, capital Terry, and it's Terry's request, so the request belongs to her, so that's apostrophe S. Hopefully you used your AEZ. Okay, let's see, and we have Mr. Johnson, capital Johnsson. We also have Carl Brown, capital Carl Brown, capital Brown. And make sure you go through and proofread and add all of your correct punctuation, like we've talked about in the past when we've talked about the Q&As. Anytime you have a direct address, you want to have a comma either before or after it, or before and after if it's in the middle of a sentence. Prepositional phrases, adverb clauses, you need a comma, such as after you place them under arrest, comma, did you fingerprint them? That's a prepositional phrase. Counsel is Counsel. I've seen it the other way. People try to spell it the other way, which is not the right counsel. Let's see here. All right is followed by a period. Okay is followed by a period. Don't forget your semicolon before is that right or is that correct? Your honor. Your is lowercase, but capital H on honor. And I think that is it. I've given you your word list. Look up all of your compound nouns to make sure, to see if it's one or two words. All right, so that concludes our test number 7 after lesson 35, last test before the final. So good luck, and I will see you soon. Have a great day.